one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm gonna follow right along with your lead there. Good morning, everybody. I would like to welcome you to this edition of the Board of Commissioners meeting. Today is July 3rd, 2024. I do want to remind everybody that this is a public meeting. We are being recorded via audio and video. And for state law, we do have a hybrid option. With that, awards, recognitions, and correspondence.
I do. I have a message here from Captain Karen Primer in the dispatch area, and the commendation was on 06/30/24. I was made aware of a life-threatening medical call in which the male stopped breathing and needed CPR. On the initial call by the wife into dispatch, the wife indicated to telecommunicator Carrie Roberts that the male was unresponsive but was breathing, just not answering questions. Telecommunications Roberts started asking further clarifying medical questions of the wife in an effort to determine what was going on with the male and why. Telecommunicator Roberts continued to ask the wife various questions to include providing instructions to attempt to alert the male who at the time had collapsed. The wife continued to tell telecommunicator Roberts that he appeared to be breathing. At about 7 minutes into the call, the wife indicated to telecommunicator Roberts that the male wasn't breathing and was in a chair. At this time, telecommunicator Roberts told the wife to pull him out of the chair to the floor. Telecommunicator Roberts encouraged the wife that while it might seem like she couldn't get the male out of the chair, she could and start doing CPR. The wife pulled the male to the floor where CPR began by the wife. Telecommunicator Roberts was rapidly giving life-saving CPR instructions throughout her contact. He remained actively engaged and continued to encourage the wife to keep going with the CPR, including counting out loud with the wife to ensure that a steady rhythm was being done. Telecommunicator Roberts delivered the CPR instructions in a positive, calming voice that emphasized that continued through the call with the wife. Furthermore, telecommunicator Roberts continued to let the wife know the medical was coming. The wife continued active CPR until the meds arrived on scene to take over for the wife. Due to telecommunicator Roberts' experience and quick assessment of the situation, the husband was transported alive to a higher level of care facility due to the actions taken by her. Telecommunicator Roberts remained focused on the task at hand, which was getting the patient CPR to better his chances of survival, which was successful. Telecommunicator Roberts worked with professionalism and urgency to assist these two members of the community who were in a very serious situation. Job well done, Carrie. Also from the commissioner's job well done. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I think that would be hard to give CPR instructions to someone, especially if they're frantic. You know, a wife is frantic. So that's.
It's my wife to call.
So that's amazing. Thank you. Well, I have two things. One, we're starting to get all these little thank yous from Junior Show for our support of the animals. These are always fun to read. And so that's this brand. We have I think a very, very special Employee of the Quarter Excellence Award. And it's Sunshine Mason.
I'll
tell you, what a deal. Okay. Sunshine, you want to come up here? You can stand right here.
Nope, you got to stand right in the
Yeah,
front.
right here.
Tim told us that to be able to be seen on TV, you got to right in front of us.
Okay, there you go, perfect. The Umatilla County Employee
Yeah,
Excellence
you are.
Committee was created to acknowledge and commend the efforts of employees who serve the citizens of the county efficiently and effectively with a focus on professional development and outstanding customer service. You are the employee of the quarter for April, May, and June of 2024. In that spirit, the committee wishes to share with you the nomination letter from your peers that warranted this recognition. Congratulations. Sunshine's unwavering dedication, compassion, and support have made a profound difference in the lives of those who have served our country. Every day, Sunshine demonstrates a commitment to serving our veterans, whether she assists them with navigating complex benefit systems, provides emotional support during challenging times, or simply lends a listening ear. We are incredibly fortunate to have Sunshine as Umatilla County employee. Congratulations, Sunshine. And here-
Very good.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So she's got a picture, so.
You also get a parking spot,
It'd be Cindy's.
PTO, and Umatilla County swag coming your way.
Get up here with that phone. You're too far back. Come on up here.
There's the rest of your goodies. You got a
Oh,
little mug
thank
in there.
Oh, I'll be down to help you with that later.
Thanks, Cindy.
Sunshine,
Thank you so much.
congratulations. Oh my God.
I think we should just adjourn the meeting
That
right
is
there.
great, yeah.
So, well done, well deserved.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's
Okay, we
great.
don't have approval of any minutes. We do have a couple additions to the agenda. And they are the last 2 pages. One is program organization, the other one is exempt and administrative salary adjustments. And right now is public input and recognition of visitors. If you want to address the board on anything that's not on the agenda, now is your opportunity to do so. Hearing and seeing none in the room or online. Item number 1, fee ordinance amendment. Oh, we do have a public hearing. Okay. So we will suspend our regular reading and go into a public hearing mode for a fee ordinance amendment. The background or the purpose, the proposed changes from departments for the annual update to the comprehensive fee ordinance are before the board for the second reading. There have not been many changes or any changes since the first reading. I'm going to read that again since I flipped it. There have not been any changes since the first reading on June 5th, 2024. Following the public hearing, the ordinance can be adopted. And that is part of the agenda. You can look at that online or at your leisure. Any comments from the public, either for or against? Hearing and seeing none. Any questions for the board? Seeing none. At this time, we will adjourn the public hearing mode and go back into the regular scheduled meeting. With that, we have, I would entertain a motion.
I'd move to adopt ordinance number 2024-04.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item number 2. Did I have? Oh.
That's mine, right?
Yeah.
It's all you.
Go ahead, Bob, if you'd like. Good morning, Commissioners. Paul Wolverton, Sheriff's Office. What you have before you from the Sheriff's Office this morning is our body armor request for purchase. The number on there is a little larger than normal because this is actually 2 orders that we've combined, and it's also covering all 3 divisions that use body armor. The Criminal Division, Corrections Division, and Civil Division. The reason why we waited off on the first order and combined it with this one is because we've also applied to be part of a program, a federal program, that if approved, we will get approximately 50% of our costs reimbursed over time for the body armor and vest carriers that we purchase. I feel that we have a pretty good opportunity to get approved for that program, as priority is given to agencies that cover jurisdictions that have less than 100,000 population. So what we are requesting right now is the purchase of body armor in the amount of $21,892. And the quotes covering all of the equipment that we're requesting is attached to the pinky. I can answer any specific questions if you'd like.
Before we go too much further, would you say your name and agency for the record?
Yeah, Paul Wolverton, it's the Sheriff's Office. Yeah,
I have a couple questions.
sure.
Last year we bought body armor,
Mhm.
the new style. I thought did we cover just criminal or how did that work? And then the flip side of that is combining these two orders, what percentage of the force will be covered?
So last year we did order by each division separately. So I made a request, Captain Franks made a request. And we've had a lot of turnover, so we continue, each vest is fitted individually. So that's why we have some that isn't expired yet that we kind of use as temporary fits for our new hires until we can get them fitted and order their individual equipment themselves.
So that answers that part, but
Right. And then,
is everybody gonna have the same armor with the same expiration date now in the whole force?
not exactly. So we're on a cycle. We have some people that are kind of every odd year or whatever, and then, so we don't fit everybody all at the same time. Typically, by manufacturer standards, all the body armor is about 5 years worth. And so depending on when we hire people and when they get fitted, when we get their equipment ordered and in, then, they may have the same body armor, while others are getting replacement armor. So,
Because I know when you guys went to the new style, or the new manufacturer, new style, it extended the life a little bit, not a lot, but
yeah, I think it was, I think most body armor was 3 years before, and we're at 5 years right now with the stuff that we're getting. Plus, it's lighter weight, more ergonomic, and better for the deputies to wear.
I'm all for it. I just need to know where we are in the cycle, because this is
Sure.
a lot bigger number than
Oh,
we've
yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
So.
It is, and like I said, some of this was an order earlier in the year that we just held on to
Okay,
because we knew that we were going to be applying for this reimbursement program.
gotcha.
Now, the reimbursement program covers all of our purchases for a 2-year time period. So we'll be ordering more body armor next year, I guarantee it. And so that armor will also be included if we're approved for the program in that reimbursement.
Is that a Homeland Security grant? Or
It's through the Bureau of Justice Administration. I think I included the flyer with the pinky, but it's called the Bulletproof Vest Partnership Program. And yeah, it's through the Department of Justice, Office of Justice Programs, and Bureau of Justice Assistance. The federal titles,
Only question I
I think it's interesting that they're custom made for each officer.
Yeah, they have to be fitted. And we have a few female deputies, so they're fitted differently, of course. So it used to be you just had kind of basically some big old heavy panels. When I first started, they weren't necessarily fitted other than small, medium, large, that kind of thing. But now they're measured specifically to each person.
Thank you.
You bet.
I would move to approve the expense for the sheriff's office for body armor in the amount of $21,892.
Motion is second. All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Walder, Evolution Turfman 800.
Right. Bob Walder, Community Development Director. So the three items here, 3, 4, and 5, are all part of the same Pinky request I submitted to you. But we, at the end of 2023, we were selected from the U.S. Department of Energy for an Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant. So it's a formula fund program that, based on our county's population, we were given, I think, approximately, let's see, $77,740 through a grant program, the ECGB program. And the way it works is counties or local governments can submit reimbursement for this funding through a voucher program. But the funds have to be used for things like energy efficiency upgrades, electrification of vehicle fleet, things like that. And so you'll recall earlier this year, the county approved the purchase of an electric vehicle for our fleet. And we now have some remaining funds that we'd like to use and not just leave on the table. And so what we're proposing is to use the remaining funds for an electric utility vehicle to be used up at Harris Park. This would be used by our park manager up there to do different things like transporting, yard debris, things like that, firewood to campsites. And it would be electric rather than gas powered. And then the other thing we were looking at purchasing would be a shuttle that.
Take them individual. It's just-
Okay, perfect. So the first one is the Turfman 800, and that is the utility vehicle for up at Harris Park. And we received a quote from Blue Mountain Power Sports in the amount of $13,995. Our park manager went and met with Blue Mountain Power Sports, and it appears that this model with the dump bed and things would meet their needs for up at Harris Park. So that's the first proposal.
I'm going to make a comment for all of this grant is really, I'm excited that we're able to bring some of the dollars that we send to the federal government back here. I mean, the county directly only receives less than 21 cents on every dollar we send back to the federal government, whether it's federal tax, federal fuel taxes, payroll taxes, it doesn't matter. We get an extremely small fraction of that dollar back here directly to this courthouse, because for a lot of reasons we don't have the width and depth to apply for as many grants as larger counties do to bring some of those dollars back. We haven't been all that successful with CDS, congressional direct spending. This is a nice one that we can point to that says that we actually did bring some of our dollars back to Umatilla County, even though it is a small fraction. I would like to see a lot more of our own dollars come back, that's for sure. Anyway, thank you for working on that. Thanks for your effort. Oh, I would move, I would move to approve the $13,495 for the turf utility vehicle.
I'll second your motion. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on the issue?
Yeah, I'll discuss. I appreciate what you're saying, Dan, I do, but I just think that we're jumping the gun on this electric. There's just too many flaws still and too many questions, and I appreciate getting money back from the federal government. These are still taxpayer dollars. So, yeah, and I love don't get me wrong, Bob, I love the idea of this vehicle to help at Harris Park because it's going to be huge. to help Chip and the group up there to do their work, and the same thing with the next thing we're going to talk about. But
And it's grant funded.
huh?
And it's grant funded. It'll come
Well,
out of the general
yeah,
fund. Love that.
grants are taxpayer dollars.
That's
So.
how we get our dollars that we send to Washington DC back.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And opposed?
Okay, yes, that's me.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, now we can go to the.
Okay. And then the second one here is to use the remainder of the funds for the purchase of a 6-person shuttle that would be used at Umatilla County Fair, as well as other county events where there's a need to transport people from, their vehicles to, a ribbon cutting event or get them to various locations. And so we did have a smaller amount of money left over after the purchase of that electric vehicle. We didn't have quite enough to purchase another electric vehicle, so we thought this would be kind of the next best use of the funds, is to get a couple of these vehicles these utility type vehicles to support some other county events. So the proposal is again from Blue Mountain Power Sports, and it would be for a 6-person shuttle, the Carrier Plus, and the cost on that one was similar, $13,495.
Move for approval of expenditure at $13,995 for the electric shuttle vehicle.
I'll second that. Got a motion and a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Oh, wait,
Go.
discussion.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Discussion.
I do have a question. Do we have some way to move this? Is there a trailer or something?
We don't have a dedicated trailer, but we have trailers in our fleet.
that would be able to move this
Like a
around.
lawnmower trailer.
Okay,
Yeah.
like you
And
said,
I
ribbon cutting or something if it had to be moved
Yeah.
from Lewiston to Pendleton.
And I think it goes like 12 miles an hour, so if you left early from, you could beat it fairly quickly. You might have to recharge it.
So this will be a great county fair.
Absolutely.
Oh, that'll be great for the county fair. All right. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I'm opposed.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. It's the same thing.
Yeah. So item number 6, the non-agricultural burn ban. Speaking of Harris Park, here's Gina Miller.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Gina Miller, and I'm here today in the capacity of the staff liaison for the Smoke Management Program. And we are asking today that you enact our annual non-agricultural burn ban. We typically have it effective the 1st of July. We're a couple days late this year. And then we usually lift it end of September, 1st of October. This has been an annual event going on as long as I've been with the county. So we are also joined in this type of non-agricultural burn ban by our friends at the tribe. The ODF has declared burn ban for their areas. City of Pendleton, Umatilla County Fire District Number 1. Again, this is a very common recurring event, and we just ask you that you enact it today effective at noon. It does not prevent agricultural burning at this point. We sometimes do get to a point where, depending on the fire season and the danger, in collaboration with National Weather Service, we do sometimes declare later on in agricultural burn, but this time we look like we can probably just go with the non-agricultural. It covers residential burn permits, yard debris, burn barrels, that type of thing. If you have any questions, I am glad to answer them for you.
You say the city of Pendleton already enacted theirs?
Yes, sir.
Fire pit for the 4th.
Well, I don't know how they classify their open burning, but fire pits, those if you have like one of those little metal deals that you just, those we don't cover under our, that's considered, we do, open burning is when it's on the ground and it's like a garbage pile, or not garbage pile, but
That is, yeah.
those are considered enclosed. Those are considered an enclosed device. This
Okay.
is open burning, where it's a pile of leaves, a pile of, trimmings off trees, slash burning, that type of thing.
But it does cover trash barrels too, right?
Yes, burn barrels are covered by this burn ban.
Burning in a burn barrel.
Correct.
I would move to approve the imposition of the non-agriculture berm on July 3rd at 1200 hours.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And thank you for the clarification on that, Gina.
Oh, no problem. And I will be doing a press release today. Of course, the East Oregonian only prints physical paper once a week, so that won't go in until next week, but we're hoping that they'll put it on their website at the very least.
That's true. You should get a hold of Oakland Media.
Oh, Terry Murray?
Yeah, Terry Marie.
Sure, yeah, I can give her a call. All righty, I will do that.
I think it's a good idea, Gina, too, to clarify what John just asked about those little fire pits and that kind of thing. Because
There is some additional information in the burn ban that does specify burn barrels. It doesn't necessarily talk about the enclosed fire pits, but we could probably add language to that effect. Yeah, thank you and have a safe 4th.
You do the same. Okay, seeing so you're still sitting here. The Community Development Department is looking to the future organizational health needs of the department. This request will provide, I don't know why I'm reading it. I'll let you read it.
Thanks, Commissioner. Bob Walder, Community Development Director. This is an item I met with you previously, all three of you, about, and deals with our department looking to, just looking out for the future needs of staffing in our department. And so this request would provide some stability by implementation of an assistant planning manager, effective immediately. The details are in there. We would look to advertise the position for the planning manager, range 28 or 30, depending on qualification. So, and also note that, future attrition will require review of all positions prior to refilling.
One thing I really, truly, and I've mentioned this before, I consider this really a backfill position or a parallel position instead of a new hire, even though it's classified that way. That the situation in your department is not clean cut, and so I have no hesitation at all in making the motion to approve.
thank you, Dan.
We got a motion, a second, any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Carries, thank you.
Not on.
I know, and I didn't stamp these, so I'll stamp them and all.
Yep, that's fine.
So, did you want to do this one? Do you want me to do it? No, no, yes, you did. Okay, so the background in this, COLA increases is proposed for exempt and admin salaries effective July 1st, 2024. Will follow the highest COLA increase across the collective bargaining agreements. Requested action is to set the COLA increases for exempt and admin salary schedules to follow the highest COLA increase across the CBAs. Questions on that?
I would again thank our bargaining team. Each time we have a negotiation, they're all different for sure, and I think our negotiating team has the flexibility and the knowledge and history and see of a very professional group. So glad to sit. Thank you guys very much.
Was there a motion?
No, I'm done making one.
Well, hand it to me, so I know.
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
don't have anything, I don't have anything in front of me.
Do anything here.
Done making motions, you said.
Oh, okay. Let's see, I move to set the COLA increase for exempt and administrative salary schedule to follow the highest COLA increase across CBAs.
Motion is second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
I,
Aye. Motion carries. Commissioner Timmons, final thoughts.
I'm sorry that everybody left back there because I just wanted to say their stand down out at Wild Horse was a success. I mean, there was lots of people there and lots of vendors and they did a great job.
They knocked it out of the park.
They
on a
did
regular
knock it out of the
basis.
park.
Sunshine knocks it out of the park every day.
Man.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a great recognition. She deserved it. The other thing is I just want to wish everybody a happy 4th. It's a great day to celebrate. Take a deep breath, mow the lawn early. But there's a lot of celebrations in Umatilla County, and I think that's kind of cool. When I grew up, the only celebration was a barge with fireworks on the Columbia River. Now you have Umatilla, Stanfield, Hermiston, Pendleton, Ukiah, all, and Milk Free Water, all have individual celebrations and the recognition of the 4th of July, and I think it just gets stronger and stronger throughout Umatilla County.
Absolutely.
Love to live here.
Sure. And I would like to welcome Kelsey Bailey to the team.
Yeah.
So this is her first, welcome. I've been telling everybody that you get the hardest job of all, and that's corralling the cats.
Those two, he's talking.
See what I mean? All right, with that, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.